Welcome to part 1 of our lecture on equitable interest and priority rules. In this part, we will focus on equitable interest, their forms and related doctrines. Equitable jurisdiction developed through the old courts of chancery. These courts were designed to step in when the strict application of common law rules led to unfair outcomes. There are three main differences between equitable and common law interest. First, equitable title is more easily postponed in favor of a bona fide purchaser. Second, equitable owners lack automatic possession rights. Third, equitable ownership depends on equitable remedies. The most common equitable interest is the express trust. It requires clear property, intention, and beneficiaries. Other examples include equitable charges and liens. The doctrine of part performance allows courts to enforce an oral contract where actions show intention, such as payment or possession, even if formalities were not met. Resulting trust arise when intent is inferred. They include failed express trust, voluntary transfers, and purchase money trust. These principles were clarified in Civritas versus Civritas and the Cummins case. The quid clause trust arises when money is lent for a specific purpose. If that purpose fails, funds revert to the lender, as held in Barclays Bank versus quid clause. An equitable lien secures unpaid purchase money. A vendor may retain possession until full payment is made. Courts may impose remedial constructive trust in cases of unfairness, such as failed joint ventures or reliance on promises. Institutional constructive trust arise automatically, such as where fiduciaries profit improperly or when a binding contract exists, as in Lysat versus Edwards. This concludes part 1 of our lecture on equitable interest and priority rules. In the next part, we will focus on priority rules and how they apply in practice. See you in the next lesson.